Hello, Dark Lords and Dark Ladies. I'm back. I survived the Hollow Thanksmas season. Hallelujah. It was a long one this year. Hollow Thanksmas is what I call Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, because somehow it's all become balled up into one holiday. Well, holiday season, I guess. And it starts actually the day after Labor Day, I think. As soon as the kids go back to school, boom, we're getting ready for Halloween. So it's been a long one, and I've had a little bit of a hangover after the holidays, but I'm getting caught up on things. I'm getting there. So we're back with a new show, so let's get on with it. That candle just smells like melted wax. Doesn't smell good. To me, it just smells like wax.
What is?
Maybe I should sit on this smaller stool.
They're the same size stool, you ass.
I know. I have a shorter stool, so we would be like the same height. Go lay down. Quit chasing the cat.
Go!
Okay, you ready?
Sure.
We're filming.
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
Gotta talk loud though, because the microphone only picks up so much.
Okay.
You gotta talk loud!
That's my good ear!
No one's here. Go lay down. Ready?
Sure.
Okay, so you guys on the Facebook page said, oh, Uncle Grumpy should be on the show. Uncle Grumpy's here. Welcome to the dark side.
I don't want to be on the dark side.
Do you want a cookie?
Nope.
We have cookies here on the dark side.
I don't want cookies.
They're from Christmas.
I said I don't want cookies!
I'm trying to unload them. Want one of these cookies? I got these cookies.
What part of no cookie?
These are nice cookies. Oh, see? Want one of those?
Fat boy likes cookies.
Tide Pod? Apparently Fat Boy doesn't like Tide Pods, so I don't know, I just figured I'd offer.
I like the Downy Dippin' Dots better.
Here's my idea about the Tide Pod challenge. It's nature's way of taking care of itself. Tide is finally getting rid of all those people that should have just wound up as nothing more than sheet stains.
You're
You
mean.
sure you don't want a Tide Pod? I am mean. That's why you love me.
This is chocolate on you, want some?
No. There's vanilla ones in here for me. Don't eat the ones with the purple. That's for me.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys wanted him on, but the truth is we really don't have anything that in common that we really do together. Really? Besides bowling. And trivia. And fishing. And history. And gardening. What else do we have in common? I know, but this spring you'll probably see more of Uncle Grumpy because I'm going to be cracking the whip out there, putting the gardens in, having him make stuff. Actually, I'll be making the stuff. I'm just going to have him carry the stuff so I can make the stuff. So you'll see more of Uncle Grumpy, and we'll see how our garden does this year. We really don't have a sunny southern location to put the garden in because the whole southern side of our house is filled with big trees. So I'm going to put it in the most open area and hope it does well. There's kind of some moss growing over there on the grass, so we'll see how it does.
Oh, we like to read.
Yeah. Speaking of which, if you guys are in the book club, February's book is Kushiel's Dart. I don't remember who it's by right now, and I don't have my notes in front of me to tell me, so... And that beeping, okay, this is... Welcome to our world. You'll hear the dog. You'll hear the dog chasing the cat. You'll hear a ding, 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 ding. That's the cat's bell. That's the cat messing with the dog. You'll hear doo-doo-doo-doo. That's my fire department pager. It's never quiet around this house. It really isn't.
No. And she yells at me all the time, so that's always fun.
What do I yell at you about?
Everything.
I do not.
Liar.
See here, now no. I don't yell at you. Shut up!
See?
Jerk face.
You're a jerk face.
Okay, so for Christmas, Rodney got me a new laptop. So, when I'm trying to edit this show and I'm cursing him because I don't know how to use this new program, I'm very happy. It's got all its keys. Look at that. My other computer was missing the U and the I, and the I had a little button I could press, but the U just, it was gone. So, look at that. Isn't it pretty? I haven't gotten any stickers all over it yet. And then his grandmother, whoops.
Got her half of an air fryer.
Actually, she got me the whole thing. Air fryer. I got an air fryer for Christmas, but I don't know how to get that cardboard piece out of there.
She's also never used it.
Oh. Oh! No, I haven't used it. So if you guys have any... That's how you get that cardboard piece out of there. If you guys have any good recipes for the air fryer, let me know.
Oh, that was a good frisbee.
It was. Hopefully the dog won't eat it. Okay, now I have to share something that Rodney's father got for me. This wasn't for Christmas. This was just the, here, give these to Trish. He got me underwear. Whose fiance's father gives their son underwear to give to their girlfriend? Apparently mine. He gave us a swing once too, but we're not going to even discuss that. Because I thought it was a porch swing, you know, one of those nice wooden porch swings.
It was not a porch.
No, we're not going to get into what kind of swing it was.
It was the fun kind.
Why, I have a bad knee.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Rodney's father sent him home with underwear for me. He was buying himself underwear and got Joe boxers that said briefs on the package. Opened up the bag and said, "Those are women's underwear. Here, bring these home to Trish. She can wear them."
They're mankinis.
I'm going to save these fireballs for taco night, I think.
Very befitting.
Now, you got to think, there's 20 years between us. So I'm thinking, maybe Rodney's never heard of bikini men's underwear. So I said, those came out in the 80s. They've been around forever. Then I realized Rodney's father is actually 2 weeks younger than me. He grew up in the 80s. He's never seen bikini underwear for men. They're girls' underwear.
Because we're not gay.
Hey, look, I dated a lot of hot guys that wore these in the 80s.
They were probably gay.
If they were gay, I wouldn't have seen their underwear. The 80s were a special time. Well, guys wear skinny jeans now.
Because they're gay.
Rodney's family is just manly men. Which is funny because, okay, this jacket was actually Rodney's dad's. He just retired from the National Guard. Gave it to Rodney to wear. Rodney's too big to fit into it. Rodney's really not that big of a person. His father weighs like 110 pounds soaking wet and is like 5'6", but he's a manly man that can't wear girly underwear.
Because they're gay.
They're not gay.
Now let's...
I do prefer a man in boxers, so to be honest.
I will share this though. My father, when he actually joined the National Guard, had to gain weight in order to be eligible to graduate from basic. They made my father eat a bushel of bananas for 2 months. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, bushel of bananas? I could do that. Except for this was a bushel of bananas every 2 days.
So, I should make him banana bread?
He hates bananas.
I know. Just, as a thank you for the girly underwear he gave me.
So, needless to say...
I can't even wear those things, to be honest.
He weighed 100 pounds when he first joined the National Guard. He had to get up his weight to about, I think it was 125. Finally managed to make it happen, and he has been in ever since. Mind you, that was 1987.
You weren't even born yet.
Nope, I wouldn't have been born for another 2 years.
I had a kid already. Okay, and the other thing that I don't know, it's okay, Rodney's grandmother, God bless her, I love her to death. I really do. She's like the grandma that I always wanted my whole life. She's more, I mean, she is. She's just an amazing, wonderful woman, and I'm so happy I have her in my life. She's the mother figure that I needed. And she's such an Italian grandma. She sends you home with a goodie bag every time you go there. And for some reason, she always sends me home with soap. Because they're not $1. I made a mistake when I put on the Facebook post that they're only $1. They're only 99 cents.
She buys a lot of soap.
It's only 99 cents. So Jennifer had posted about how you can reuse the foaming hand soap dispensers, and you only have to put in a little bit of regular soap and then you fill the rest with water. I'm serious. How much soap do I have? I have like gallons of soap. I'm not even kidding. Gallons. What's that?
2 gallons.
I don't know. I think I have more than that. Hang on. Keep them entertained while I go grab all my soap.
I'm not a very entertaining person, so soap. It's coconut splash soap. Yeah, I'm terrible at this. So she does all the crocheting stuff, and I never really got into what I do. I do a lot of thinking. I work at a historical history museum, 19th century living history museum, and I like to weld. I am a gunsmith, and that's something else that I like to do. I'm going to be making lamps. I'm going to learn how to actually make lampshades too, so that's going to be fun.
Wait, there's more.
Oh, she's got more soap. How much freaking soap do you have?
A lot.
Why?
I don't know.
Mind you, these are actually probably all soaps that my grandmother gave us.
This one's only a little bit. There's a little on that one.
You got more?
I have more upstairs, but I'm not walking up the stairs with my knee. Okay, so seriously, when my dad My dad had a stroke in 2006. And he went to nursing home. And he said, come clean out my house. So I cleaned out his house. So he had 2 of these. Okay, that's 2006. I still have one left. This is still from when my father went into nursing. My father's been dead for 11 years.
This expired 4 years ago.
This actually, when we moved into the house, this was actually sitting on the counter, I think. Or this might have been an old one. How does soap expire?
How the hell am I supposed to freaking know?
Soap? It's like Sharon posted a thing. She had some sea salt that was 250 million years old, but it expires in a year. How does soap expire? Yeah.
Because it's got honey in it?
Soft soap. Soft soap. I don't know. Grandma gets us all this soap.
Soap. Lots of soap.
But I'm thinking I'm gonna like this. Ooh, that smells nice. I like coconut. Coconut's one of my favorite. It reminds me of the beach. So it's an exciting Friday night here in Belfast. I just say Belfast. I don't like saying Belfast, New York. Let me think we're in Belfast, Ireland.
Why?
Because I love Belfast. I love Ireland. Northern Ireland.
Why?
Because you haven't been there.
I don't want to go there.
Even though Belfast is actually the most bombed city in all of Europe. It's where they built Titanic. I have a very special love for Titanic. We won't get into that right now. That's a whole nother story of its own. But yeah. So when I did go over to Ireland, I did get to see where they had built Titanic. They were just building the museum there when I was over there. So one of these years I got to get back there. He can stay home. I'll kill him with the expired soap.
It's not a Tide Pod. I'm not going to eat it. Hell's wrong with you?
Well, then why did they put an expiration date on it? It's still
because
soap.
People are stupid.
I have food that expired 3 years ago that I still cook that he doesn't even realize.
The hell's wrong with you?
Still good. I'm trying. I want to live in the other Belfast. Sure, you want another cookie? Here, try one of these cookies.
What part of I don't want a damn cookie didn't you get the first time?
That's not arsenic, it's powdered sugar. I really am trying to unload these. What should I do with these cookies from Christmas?
Throw them out!
I hate to waste food. That's why I have stuff that's expired for 3 years.
That's
These
why
are the
you
cookies
throw
that,
it out.
They just make a mess when you eat them, and I don't want to eat them because you just get crumbs everywhere.
Throw them out!
Those are the ones you leave for Santa.
Throw them out!
So that when Santa eats, he can leave a big mess so the kids know he was there.
Throw them out!
They're still good.
Oh.
They are. It still tastes good.
You know, it kind of reminds me of when I left Easter candy in my bedroom. My
That
old
Easter
bedroom.
candy is still in your old bedroom.
That was from, I think, 4 or 5 years ago.
6 years ago. It was our first Easter together.
Yeah.
So this April, it'll be 6 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was the year that I got my first Easter basket ever. There are certain holidays that I could give a rat's tail about. Valentine's Day is kind of one of them. The other one is Easter. When you grow up as a child who is allergic to chocolate, you don't really get an Easter basket. My parents never got me an Easter basket. So one year, I was probably about 7 or 8, I woke up and I realized all my friends were getting Easter baskets. Why wasn't I getting an Easter basket? So I said something to my dad, and my dad said, oh, the Easter bunny, I get soap for Easter? The Easter bunny was here. He left you a jar of peanut butter down in that cabinet over there. Seriously, that's what I wound up with, a jar of peanut butter. Now, I didn't really like peanut butter when I was a kid either. I'm like, what the? I can't win either way. Speaking of what the... Okay. See, my lines, they're getting better. I've been putting a lot of moisturizer on them. I have to trim my bangs, but I do have eyebrows there. But I kind of been leaving them long because I got to get rid of that what the fuck crease in the middle of my forehead there. So now I've been watching TV and I've been looking at people to see like if they have those creases there, because mine are like 2 right here. Let me see you. You only have them when you go like this. Apparently I go like this a lot. Tom Selleck, I was watching Blue Bloods the other day. Tom Selleck has one, and it's like straight up the middle of his face. It looks like somebody hit him with an axe. He still looks good. I gotta say that. He still looks damn good. It's hot in here. But yeah, he's only got one. I'm like, how do you get one line there? And it's deep. It's like a gorge. I don't know. So now you guys, when you're watching Tom Selleck, you're gonna be looking for that line up his face. It's there. Trust me, it's there.
I'm good looking too, you know.
That's why I'm so hot.
Why?
You need a haircut too. It's starting to look like a... Yeah.
Now you know why I'm wearing my hat.
And the beard needs to be this. Yeah, you know what? Right now they can't see your eyes probably because of the shadow of the hat.
I don't care.
You gotta wear it more like a hick. You're a hick now. You live in the country with me. But this we kind of let grow in for the museum sometimes. But I'll do it, Rob. But sometimes it gets to be too much, and he like looks something. I don't know. It's like Deliverance. Like it's just creepy, weird. He looks like a serial killer when it grows in that long.
I really don't. She's over exaggerating, like always.
I'm putting your license picture on Facebook now. His license picture, his beard is like bigger than his body, I think. It's bad.
It's a Jesus picture.
Jesus' beard was even more trim than that.
Probably.
I don't know how they trimmed it back then. You're the historian. How did they keep their beards trimmed back
Scissors.
then?
They had scissors.
They had scissors? Like, seriously? Like back in...
Yeah. If you didn't have a pair of scissors, you would just use a knife.
Okay. But that was too easy. That's why I couldn't figure it out. I always look for the difficult explanations.
When it comes to ancient history, it's not too difficult. The problem is being able to interpret what they were doing. Because ancient Romans were a little eccentric, I think is the best word to put it. And that's putting it mildly.
Take your underwear.
God damn it. I'm not wearing those.
You couldn't fit into those.
I'm pretty sure I could squeeze my fat ass into a pair. I'm just not going to because I'm not gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I never said there was anything wrong with it. I'm just saying I'm not. I don't want to look gay. I don't want to feel gay.
For those of you new to the show, you have to take us with a grain of salt. We are what we are. We're not very politically correct, I don't think.
I have an itch, damn it.
I'm going to spill my hot tea on you.
You wouldn't dare.
Have you ever known me to walk away from a dare?
No.
Hey, we should give away one of these soaps as a prize. I'm not giving up my coconut splash though.
We've got some wonderful soaps here.
Actually, no, wait. I have the perfect soap. Because
The
wait,
Aquarium series
there's
soaps.
there's
These are
more.
collectibles now.
There's more.
Oh dear.
Well, there is.
Will you just sit in here and do the damn show?
Well, I can edit if I have to.
Ugh. This woman drives me absolutely bonkers. All she does all the time is forget things and then squirrel! And then, shiny things and all that good stuff. And then you gotta try to get her back on track, which is exceptionally difficult.
Wait, there's more. See, she also... Because she also... This is my bar soaps. She also gives us bar soaps. We got Yardley of London. We've got Shea Buttermilk or English Lavender. I use Nag Champa soap in my bathtub. Jesus. There's
Tastes-
another Yardley soap. I don't even know which one that one is.
Tastes just as good coming up as it did going down.
So then, my friend makes glycerin soaps, which I started making, so I have like another 4 pounds of soap actually to melt down. This was my Halloween soap. It is a skeleton in there.
Very weird looking skeleton.
Yeah, she kind of crammed them in there.
A
So,
little bit.
but this is another one of the soaps. This is, okay. Here, we're going to give this one away. I don't know how we'll pick it, but I'll figure that out later. But somebody's going to get this black eyeball soap because it's so neat.
What isn't you?
It's glycerin tanks. It's glycerin pumpkin waffle. It probably smells really good. I haven't even opened it yet. But I know, like, this is tangerine, and it smells great. And you want to smell?
No, get away from me.
Take a bite?
No! Go away.
Sure you don't want a Tide Pod?
I'm pretty sure.
Ah!
Whose fault was that?
Mine.
Yeah.
Mmm.
See what I was telling you? Can't get her back on track. Squirrel.
I wonder if we're even still recording.
Probably not.
So yeah, we'll give away one of my friend's soaps. And maybe I'll throw in one of mine too with the little fishies in it. I'm not even gonna bother digging that out because that's in a tote with my. So yeah, I'm gonna go through all the things that I bought for myself before Christmas. Word of the week with Ray Ray, you'll have to wait because Ray Ray isn't here. I want to see if we're still filming.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit here while she checks shit.
Yeah, we only got 1 minute left.
Oh,
Okay, so we'll say goodbye to you.
okay.
Unless you still want to stay for me to do all the yarn.
No, not really. I know nothing about yarn, so I'm going to leave this up to her because she's smart. I'm not. When it comes to yarn, because she asked me about, what was it?
Merino.
Merino, yeah. I thought that was a color. So anyway. Totes.
Thanks for joining us. You sure you don't want a cookie?
I will beat you! Stop asking me about cookies!
Okay, so now that I've gotten rid of Uncle Grumpy, I can show you all my goodies without him chiming in. Oh, one of the things that I wanted to show you guys. Okay, I've got my show notes. Got my little skunk notebook with my show notes in it, which I haven't used at all because squirrel. But remember last episode I was telling you guys how I have little papers all over the house and I just write notes on them. Well, this is my solution to that. This is an older thing that I had that I brought back. This is my home management binder. I've got all kinds of tabs on here. This is my week at a glance, and you know I have for a few weeks in here. I've got all different ideas in here. Here, the dog's chasing the cat now. Leave the cat. Now the cat's chasing the dog. It's like a cartoon around here. It really is. So here's project planner, and you do it. You know, I have one of these printed out for like each room. Front porch. I have the flower beds in here, but I do also have a tab for the garden. But it's just a place where I can put all of my ideas in one area. So it's basically like a hard copy of Pinterest. I keep my takeout menus in the back. In the front pocket, I have the interpretive programs that are going on at the park. I have some kitchen things like equivalent measures and weights, and there are blank checklists in here. These are printouts from a site called The Nest Effect. She has a blog. She also has an Etsy shop where I think you can purchase some of these. Some of them are free. But I was able to grab them off of my very old computer. Rodney is very good at computers. I know nothing about them. He's mining. It's not Bitcoin, but I don't know. He's mining some kind of currency crap. I'm lost. I'm totally lost when it comes to that stuff. But he was able to take the hard drive out of my extremely old laptop and hook it up to his computer. So I have a file on his computer with tissue shit in it, and that's mine. But this is just a good way. You know, I have my craft shows in here. So here's the information for the Nickel City Con for next year. Online sales, finances. I have a reference tab here that has like the important phone numbers for my mother's legal things, stuff like that. So got it all organized in one spot. On the back is the yearly planner. So I have 2018 here, which I have to take it out and fill some things in, things that we want to do this year. I have 2019 behind it. So for things that I need to remember for next year, like in January next year, we have to get the car inspected so we don't wind up with a ticket like maybe we did this year because somebody's extremely forgetful from a traumatic brain injury that he got while in Iraq, and I was in Hollow Thanksmas mode. So, that's my way of keeping organized. You don't need to have these fancy printouts. You can make your own. You can use loose leaf paper. But it's just an idea, and it's pretty simple, you know. And we're going to try to get a little bit more organized with the house and everything that needs to be done this year. Being an artist, we normally work in chaos. And that's okay for us. We're okay. I know I thrive in chaos, but sometimes it's good to have some parts of your life organized so that you can be creative in the chaos and not have the other things kind of weighing on your shoulders. So I know with me, it helps that I can throw my whole mind into my creative chaos and not have to worry about my life being in chaos. One thing that's in here is my Christmas tab for next year. Actually, it's this year. So Christmas this year. This past Christmas was a little bit hard on quite a few of us, I think, in the group, where it kind of came too quick and we didn't do everything that we wanted to do. I think we all set these expectations because of how society makes Christmas the most important day of the year. And I think in our minds, we almost want the Hallmark Christmas movie Christmas. reality isn't like that, but if we can get a little bit more organized before Christmas and get some gifts made throughout the year so that that crush isn't on us in October, November, December to get these things done, I think it'll help us enjoy the holiday season more, because there's so much to enjoy about it, and I didn't get to enjoy any of it this year. This way we can enjoy it more instead of, oh, I can't go to this because I have to work on so-and-so's gift. So we've started it's on the event pages on the Dark Lady Diaries. Facebook page is Christmas 2018. This past Christmas we sent stuff to Sharon and she brought it over to the Navajo shelter, and way to go, guys. I am so thrilled with this group. I can't even tell you what you guys mean to me. But the fact that we were able to make a family's Christmas a little bit happier at a very sad point in their lives, that warms my heart like you wouldn't believe. So thank you to everyone who helped out with that. Annie, I didn't get to send you any hats because I was so crazy busy. And I'm sorry, but I'm thinking about you this year. Annie makes a bunch of hats for, I believe it's the senior citizens in her area. So I have a hat. I'll be right back. Ow, that wasn't really smart for my knee. Okay, so I have this hat. I'm going to be posting the pattern. I'll link it underneath here on YouTube. It will be up probably in the files on the Facebook page. This is a super simple beanie, and it's just knitting 2 and purling 2 all the way until you do your decreases, but it makes an awesome beanie. It fits so many different head sizes because it stretches, and I think it would be great for Annie's project. This is a pattern by Vicki Howell. It's called the Feel Good Beanie. In 2009, I was part of a group called Warming Families, and Vicki Howell created this pattern. She used Land's End yarn at the time. Land's End sponsored us in doing this, and we made over 25,000 hats for families in need in 2009 for Warming Families. But that hat pattern is, I think, perfect for Annie's project, so we'll get that over. Vicki Howell is one of the people I really would love to be able to interview for the show, so I'm going to be working on some more things as the show progresses and grows, and we'll see if I can't get Vicki on here. So that's that. Now, my goodies. I spent some money on myself last October, and I supported my fellow dark ladies. I got a project bag. I got one of Teresa's famous bags. I told her skulls, and this is, I haven't seen this fabric and I absolutely love it. I'm thrilled with my bag. Mama T's, there's her little label. I love it. And she's got the spots in there for scissors and hooks and pens and whatever. I might actually use this as a purse. I have been using it as a project bag, but it's so, I love the colors, the vivid, okay, black is always me, but I love these bright, vivid colors that go with the black. So, I've been afraid to use it because it's snow season here and mud season, and if I take it out in the car, like, I don't want it to get dirty. So, I'm like treasuring this. I treasure everything from you guys, honestly. Okay. Catherine Lancy makes project bags as well. Same thing. I told her skulls, and this is the fabric that she came up with. This is a crochet hook case, and I don't think my crochet hooks have ever been so organized. I've never had all my crochet hooks. Okay, maybe like once in my life. Actually, I have like 1,000 more crochet hooks, but these are the ones that I use the most. For the most part, I have two with bigger handles that don't fit in here that I use, but these are the ones that I use the most. It's got a spot for my scissors. Then it's got this little pocket where I can keep my stitch holders and my darning needle, nail clippers, because I always wind up with little things that need to be clipped that snag my yarn. So there's that. And it goes great in my skull project bag. Me and my skulls. I'm wacky. And then this is for circular needles. I just ordered 40-inch size 2 knitting needles for the 2 Socks at a Time book that Paula Garcia sent me. I'm hoping I can get some time to do that. But so you put your needles in there and snap that, and your projects will be underneath. But that's just a great way to keep them concealed and so that things don't slide off. So I will be putting links to everybody's shop. Hers is called 1,000 Stars and it's on Etsy. I've got yarn. Merino is not a color. But this is from LaDonna, and her shop is Fistful of Fiber. And I just love these colors. These, like I said, these bright pinks and purples, and it's speckled, and I had to have this. LaDonna is one of our dyers, and I just love these colors. I don't know what I'm making with this yet. I don't know if I want to do the socks with this. I have animals. My socks get covered in hair. I hate wearing socks because as soon as I sit down, I look down and all I see is hair. And it drives me absolutely crazy. I might make a slouchy hat. I think I'm going to make some slouchy hats actually with this yarn. Or these might be fingerless gloves that I found that I want to make. So that might be that. Now the next bag of yarn I'm going to pull out, as soon as I pull it out, I think everyone's going to know who made it. Miss Pamela! Pamela Kirschman makes these bright, vivid, neon colors. I couldn't choose which one I wanted, so I had to order a mini pack. And look at those colors. Oh my god. I have some black yarn that I think I'm going to do. I want to do one of the slouchy beanies with the black in between all these bright neon colors. She also sent me the cutest little, I don't know if we're going to be able to get that, but it's the cutest little monster stitch marker. It's Miss Pamela Originals. She's on Etsy as well. Oh my gosh. I have other stuff that I have to grab. Rodney's right. Squirrel, and I'm gone. I'll be right back again. Okay, Ruth Henman. I've been friends with Ruth for a few years now, and she never ceases to amaze me. So she was making these headpieces, and they have little sugar skulls on them and roses, and I thought that is so Frida Kahlo. I should totally be Frida for Halloween. Well, it was really cold this year. We did Halloween at the fire hall with the little kids. Nobody would have known who I was, so I didn't bother. Next year, Halloween is on a Wednesday, and we have bowling, and I'm not bowling dressed up as Frida. So hopefully we'll have a party or something to go to that I can wear this. One event or another, I'm going to wear this. For now, it sits in my craft room and it's an inspiration to me because I just love. Everyone's so good. When I say skulls, they come up with the greatest stuff. And Ruth also does these adorable little dolls. Her little tutu can come off. She's got, little patches on the back, and it's super, super soft. Wash with a damp cloth. Ruth gives you all these instructions on her pieces, on her tags, on how to care for the items and what they're made of and things like that. So that's 12 squared, and that is on Etsy as well. She also has a blog, 12squaredcreations.blogspot.com. We did our Christmas exchange. Angie is the one who put all that together. Angie's still waiting for her Christmas presents because some of us have been stuck making doilies. I'll show you what these doilies are because somebody had said, what's a name doily? I'm going to have to post pictures because it probably won't show up on camera. But that is a name doily where I do the name in there and then but this is what takes the time going. Each letter is about an hour, but all this is, so time consuming, and you have to work with your glasses, and it's time consuming. But these are the ones that, this is the first one that I'm doing for the bunch of them for New York City. So these are much larger, and they're all going to say, this one says Bleecker Street, but they're all going to say different places in New York's Greenwich Village. So I've been busy with that, but I am working on your Christmas presents. You'll get them by next Christmas, I promise. She's been very understanding. But we did our Christmas gift exchange, and on the tombs, for those of you that don't know, I'm a paranormal investigator. I love cemeteries. I'm a tapophile. That's what they call people who study cemeteries. When Rodney and I first met, our first date, we actually walked around a cemetery. So, that sounds so weird. We went to a cemetery for our first date. But anyway, in New England, it's not here in New York, but when I was in Maine, I saw all these stones that have a skull with wings, and it's called the Angel of Death. And it's one of my favorite markings for gravestones. I just fell in love with this icon, symbol. I don't even know what you would call it, but I fell in love with it. Cindy managed to make me this skull with wings out of thread, and after, I know how long this took, Cindy. It's amazing. I'm thinking I'm gonna find like a denim jacket to applique it on because it's so beautiful, and I have to wear it. I just absolutely love it. And then she also made me this little skull, and he sits on my shelf next to Ruth's doll. Or she rather, with their pink flower. I love everything. Thank you. She also sent me skull buttons that if I ever get around to making a sweater, one of these days. Okay. You guys know I make my little dolls. I also am a big fan of Svengali. Some of you probably get it. Some of you don't. He's like the male version of Elvira. He's been on for years, and he plays all the old horror movies. Dracula, Son of Dracula, Frankenstein, Werewolf in London. He plays all the old ones. Not the bad ones either, because there's another one out of Buffalo and oh, what was it called? I can't even remember the name of the show. There were a bunch of hipsters in the basement, and they played like the really bad B horror movies, and they were off. And like, okay, The Blob, that's a B movie, but at least it was somewhat decent. And Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and The Man from Planet X, and like those are more Svengali movies. The ones that they played on the other show, Offbeat Cinema it was called, and it was offbeat, even too offbeat for me, and I'm pretty offbeat myself. But anyway, so Svengali has this thing with rubber chickens. So I wanted to make a Svengali doll. I'm like, oh my god, how am I going to make a little rubber chicken? Archie McPhee makes little rubber chickens. So, when I'm done with these damn doilies, I'm making a Svengali doll, and he's getting a little rubber chicken. And they have like the wildest stuff. Okay, so it's Archie McPhee, and I'm pretty sure it's archiemcphee.com is the website. And on top of these rubber chickens, they sent me a glow-in-the-dark rubber chicken too. I've had a tough time finding some of these itty-bitty things. I was able to get on, they sell them on Etsy, but I found them cheaper on eBay. Little beer cans. That's for another project that I'm working on. That's part of my Monster Doll series. But I was able to find little beer cans on eBay. I'm waiting for those to come in. I also got some fabric on eBay. This is my bowling pin fabric. If I can get my machines cranked up, I have 3 different machines. I know one of them works. I'm hoping that the other 2 do. But this is going to make a pretty wild bowling shirt. So we'll work on that. We have our fun night is usually the end of April, beginning of May. So I'm hoping to have that done for fun night. So sometimes where you can find craft items is not necessarily where you think you would find craft items. The dollar store. Ask Angie, she knows. She goes and spends $85 damn at the dollar store on craft stuff. But I found buttons for $1. Buttons are pretty damn expensive. They're just pieces of plastic. I don't know why they're so damn expensive. So, dollar buttons, they're kind of small, a lot of them, but if you don't really need certain sizes and don't need them to match, it's just a good place. I got black ones and I got all these colored ones. It's a good place to just find stuff that you can use. I also found my new salad tongs there, and these I'm going to use all year. My skeleton salad tongs. And see, Rodney's family is crazy. I fit in perfectly. All I need is the oven mitts with the skeleton hands on them like Abby has on NCIS. I have skull aprons and lots of fun stuff. So the dollar store is another place that you can look for things. Valentine's Day is coming up. I said before I'm not a big Valentine's Day fan. Apparently I'm really not a big Valentine's Day fan because when I went looking for my box of Valentine's Day decorations, I found one little tiny box. It was pretty weak. It had this cheesy garland in it. 2 of those. Red rope light. And 2 of these heart wreaths. I actually want 3. So, my first thought was, oh, I'll go to the dollar store and pick up some Valentine's Day stuff. Now the problem is, it's not so much a resolution, but I decided at the beginning of the year, this year, I was going to do my best to buy only things that I need, not things that I want. And try to use what I have on hand as much as possible. Now, I can get away with doing this because buying yarn is a business expense. So that's how I get away with that, because I need to buy my yarn. I can't go without buying my yarn. So I was trying to think what I had on hand. Well, I had a bunch of this red tulle, tulle, whatever you want to call it. And I had a hanger. So we're working on this. I'm just, this is the beginning stages of it. I'm just messing around to see if I'm going to like it or not. So I might do a tutorial if I can get this looking somewhat decent. But we're going to work on making another wreath so that I can have one for my front door and then two for my windows, and then put that around the door, and it'll look good. Nice. I'm hoping. If not, who cares? It's only Valentine's Day. I don't give a rat's tail. I'm allergic to chocolate. Did I mention that? Flowers die. I'm not a big fan of flowers either. I'd rather get a plant or something I can use. Yarn. A bouquet of yarn would be nice for Valentine's Day, Rodney. Or you can get me my bowling ball, my new Tigger bowling ball drill. That's what I want for Valentine's Day. That's usually, I'm a very practical person. I'd rather get practical things than things that I won't really use. We'll see if I get this finished before Valentine's Day. It might be for Valentine's Day next year. Such is life. Okay, so now that I've cleared some of the stuff off here because it was starting to eat me alive. We talked about the soap. By the way, Jennifer her company is called Storybook Sweaters. She creates the most amazing designs. I did purchase a Sasquatch pattern that I can't wait to have the time to make because I need a Sasquatch sweater. You don't even understand. When I was 7 or 8 years old, the movie Sasquatch came out. My father took me to the movie theater to see this, and I speak about this when I do my public speaking. And it was what got me into the paranormal. So, all these years later, I'm still into the paranormal, which is good living in this house. The noises I hear around here are weird. But anyway, so, Jennifer had posted about the soap, and I thought, you know, I really try to reuse as much as I possibly can. And you guys had seen the sign. I had posted it that I'm working on. I still want to, I think I'm going to scuff it up, and there's a star that's going on top that I got a whole basket full of stars at an auction. So there's a metal star. If I can find the right size, a metal star is going up there. I still have to seal it and everything. But I used to do these wooden signs all the time, and I used old barn wood. I had a bunch of lath that I would actually make frames for the signs with that I ripped out of my basement wall in my old house. But this is reclaimed wood. And at one time, it was a dresser drawer front. So, anytime I see wood anywhere, I grab it because I can do something with it. I think Rodney and I are going to have, not that we have anything in common, but I think we're going to have a little bit of a war over some pallets that we're going to grab from the grocery store. I'm going to try to get him to do that tomorrow, which I'm going to have to get him to do it because of my knee. But, we're going to have a war over those pallets, I think, because he wants to do some things with them, and I want to do things with them. So hopefully the grocery store will get enough pallets in all summer long that we'll be able to do all those things that we want to do with them. There's plenty of places to get pallets. If they can be hard to find because there are so many ideas of what to do with pallets that they can be hard to find. But check with your local grocery stores. Some of them get reused and recycled. Usually the ones that have blue paint on them, you can't touch those. But the plain wood ones, they're made with a cheaper wood. You can use those. So, what's the matter? Do you have to go out? See, it's not my squirrel this time, it's the dog squirrel. It's been quiet lately. I shouldn't even say the squirrel word. Okay, so one of the things that I reuse is the wax from my candles. The big jar candles like that. At the end, you always have this much wax left over that you can't burn out of there. What I do is I put it on a candle warmer and melt it, and when it's in full liquid form, I pour it into a votive candle holder. Now I could just put a wick in there when it's full and burn that, but I put these in the freezer and they pop right out when they're frozen. If you ever have problems getting wax out of candles, if you have candles like this and you want to get the wax out of the bottom, put it in the freezer for a day and it pops right out. But I take all this wax and I have my crock pot that I got at a thrift store that I melt my wax in. So maybe, and I've talked about this before, one of these days when I'm ready to make some candles, I will be burning or showing you guys how to make candles. It's super, super easy. The thing is, when you reuse wax, I don't know what these things are going to smell like because they're all different scents. I think this is pumpkin. I don't even know what the white one is, but so that will be a project for another day, making some candles. These are all little things that it's just about saving money, but being able to make things, because being creative has become a little bit expensive. It used to be a way to save money, not so much anymore. So if you can find creative ways to be creative and save money, I think it's more in line with what our ancestors did, like reusing flour sacks, and how the flour companies used to make these beautiful printed fabrics for their flour sacks to sell their flour, because they knew that the housewives were taking those flour sacks and making beautiful quilts out of them. So, I think that's about it for this show. We'll see if we can get Uncle Grumpy on again. I'm hoping to do it again next week, because now that the craziness of the holidays is over and I'm kind of getting caught up, and all I have left to do really are these damn doilies that are going to be the death of me. I think I can start filming a little bit more often, maybe every 2 weeks at the most. But we'll start getting this going again. And I appreciate all you guys. If you want to win, the dog barks at everything. Did I mention it's never quiet in this house? So if you want to win the soaps, let's see, we can make sure you like this video and comment down below. And I'll pick a winner that way. That's how we'll do it, I think. Like it on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. Like the YouTube video. And comment on the YouTube video on the YouTube page. And we'll put you in the drawing for the eyeball soap that smells like pumpkin waffle. And my other soap, I don't remember what scent I used on it, but I can probably make some more. And oh, those are the little fishies for my soaps I got from Archie McPhee too. So okay, music videos, you guys need to send me some bands. I have my friend's band that I will probably play at the end of the next show, but I want to get this new video program figured out before I really start adding other videos in from other places to it. So, but if you guys have bands that you like, bar bands, whatever, send them my way. If your kid plays guitar and does a video, send it my way. Let's. If you guys want to do videos, send them my way. This is like I said in the first show, this is about us. This isn't about me and Uncle Grumpy and our crazy, wacky life. And honestly, this is how we live all the time. This isn't just for show, for the camera. This is how we are all the time. We are a comedy act wherever we go. And it's just us being us. I think laughter is the best medicine, so that it's just how we are. The dog is absolutely going nuts, so I better let her in. She's probably barking. She tends to bark at the flashing lights for the sign to slow down. We have a big curve up here, and she'll just sit out there and bark at the flashing lights. But we also have coyotes around here, and the other night they were pretty damn close. They were making a lot of racket, so I don't want to leave her out there too long. So, if you can think of ways to reuse things, send it my way. Till then, please join me. Have a cookie. Come to the dark side. Blessed be.